We should be going live in a couple of minutes. I'm just making sure everything is set up as needed. And yeah, we'll be going live in a few minutes. Okie dokie, so we should be all ready to get started now. Yeah. So today's stream, I'm just going to share updates to my system after the last call last time a couple of weeks ago now. Just sharing a few updates, and also we're going to be building a few new kind of systems today that I want to create and update or upgrade. So yeah, let's start off with kind of updates from our last session. So I shared the kind of weekly process that I use, and that's in here. A few updates I've made. I've added in this page. I've recreated and updated this page to have a little bit more what I need when I need it as such. So this is what we've got, and there's three kind of sections here. You've got my weekly dashboard, which is as previously shown. I'll do a recap for today. And then we have my library inbox, And then below that we have this new section, outstanding tasks. One of the big feedback that I've got with my weekly reset is what do I do about tasks that are outstanding, like stuff that I haven't managed to do this week. We're always aiming to get everything done within the week, but sometimes doesn't happen. You need to have a place to capture that. And so for me, what I like to do is be able to pull things out from inside my reset, stuff that I'm not going to be able to get done, and literally just moving it to the control room page at the bottom. And so I'll demonstrate that today. So let's start off here. So Contact Plus Net for Internet Bill. I'm probably not going to have time to do that this week as my week's got a bit busier. I'm going to add a few more things in there. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to kind of highlight this. And I'm going to use the shortcut, which hopefully, if everything works well, you can see what I just pressed. It's Control or Command Shift P. I'm going to move this to my control room like so. Okay, then I can come back into my control room here and you'll see right at the bottom is this task here. And you can see there from last week I had a task that I wanted to do. Cut up some bananas for some ice cream, which I unfortunately never got to do because I've still got loads of ice cream left, which is nice. Oh dear. So, second of all, we have the Second Brain Inbox. This is something that I've been playing with for a while. It's kind of my answer to Tiago Forte's kind of Second Brain. I needed to find a place to quick capture ideas, and this is kind of what I use instead of Evernote for quick capture, which no matter how much I like Evernote, I can't get on with it. So I use this for quick capture. It's a very simple database with a few select properties. These properties are last edited. So when I last edited this post, when I created the post, and if it's a URL or a video or something, I can link to it that way and have a link there. If I like what I had before but don't need it anymore, I just tick this archive button and it vanishes. And so I have that in here, and I have kind of like it all inside of my inbox here. And it's just a way of capturing my ideas in a way that doesn't require any effort, because I don't really want to be spending all my time kind of managing my system. I want the system to be there for when I need it, no more, no less. So that's what I've got there with my Second Brain Inbox, and inside of that I capture ideas, thoughts, a business plan set up, like when I'm working on a sales page and I need to quickly adapt it and just write it down somewhere. I can just capture that in my Second Brain Inbox. To do that, I do this from my mobile, and I also do it from from here. So if I want to capture an idea really quickly, I can just come down here. Let's just open this for a minute. Close all these. There we go. Don't need them yet. And we just click here and we get a new page. And I have this automatically adding to my Second Brain Inbox. I personally prefer the kind of having it in a database, because then I can just be a bit more flexible and have like the power of a database, which is exactly what I kind of want. So that's why I have it like that personally. But yeah, that's how my Second Brain Inbox works. I capture an idea, I put it in here, and then when I'm ready, I can either move it if I want to use it. Here is this kind of area here is for when I don't know whether I'll use it yet. So when I'm working on something, if I haven't kind of cemented the idea yet, but I know it's something I want to come back to, like 3 a.m. kind of conversations. We all know how fun they are. Not. But it's the ability to come back to it at a later date and kind of flesh out an idea. Like I've got a sales page here that I want to flesh out. When I'm ready to come to building the sales page for the system, then I can move it into either a project or I can move it into my resources area. Just a nice little way to quickly capture information as I wanted. So in terms of kind of what I want to work on today, I'm going to work on connecting everything together a little bit more. So one of the questions I was sent was relating to kind of how the weekly reset works in terms of going from week to week to week. Astutely noticed how this is actually a separate database, not that for each week. And the reason for that is simple, because if I have it all as a relational database, and I have lots of things that I'm working on, I have no way of filtering away those tasks when they're done. And as you can see, even just with a series of calls in 1 week, this can get very overwhelming very quickly. So if I have multiple courses that I'm working on, if I have multiple client projects that I'm working on, if I have multiple calls, and all of these things add up and add up and add up and add up over time, and becomes really kind of uncomfortable for me, and I just become overwhelmed. And the system is about kind of just in time productivity. It's about only doing things when I have to do them, not any time before. So I have this as my kind of weekly reset. It starts off here, as I've done before, and then when I'm ready to, if something moves on or I need to look at it again, I move it into my projects. So a couple of things I've recently created is a new template, which is this one here, with a number of consults that I've been working on. So inside of, let's bring this up to a full page. So a few extra additions to the meeting tracker. I've done loads of updates this week. I've had a bit of an exciting week. So a few little updates that I've done is this page here, which is the 101 consult, which is basically like when someone works with me, I want to be able to help and support them build their Notion system in as short a time as possible, because Notion is about being fast and quick and just going and going and going. So I have a little live call set up with all my notes. When someone works with me, these are some of the things we do, as well as at the bottom here I have like a little feedback form, which is a global block. Big shout out to the guys at Chili Pepper for helping me set this up. This was great fun, so thank you, Chili Pepper. Go check them out for forms. It's so cool, they're so awesome, but I won't nerd out too much here. And so that's what I've created here in terms of kind of that. Inside my meeting tracker, I've added a couple of other properties. First of all, we have the week. So this was something I had before, but I've simplified a little bit by making it emojis, because we all love emojis and there's never enough of them. So I have it set so that I can apply a week to when I'm working on things. This automatically happens when I set it on the weekly basis due to the filters. And then I have this little formula here. This formula tells me what day my meeting's on, because when I'm looking at the date and time really quickly, I don't always know what day it is, and I want to be able to just very quickly see what day it is this week that I'm working on. So that's this one here. So basically it looks at what the date and time property is. So if it's a 0, it's a Sunday. If it's 0, it's Sunday. If it's 1, it's Monday. If it's 2, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it just looks into the day property here. The function of that is to show what the day is of this date and time property up here. And so if I assign a day to it, it tells me exactly what day it is. As you can see there, it says Wednesday. And then I set it to today. It shows Monday. And that's just a nice quick way for me to be able to very quickly kind of track what day it is at a glance. If we go back to my weekly reset, you can see it just tells me Monday, 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 Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday. I can just see at a very quick glance when I want to just look through and just go, okay, what meetings do I have? When do I have them? Okay, I've got lots of meetings on Monday, so I need to make sure that I have enough space to be able to do all those meetings. Okay, I don't have so many on Tuesday, so I can work on kind of my deep work practices where I'm just working on one certain thing. And I don't have any meetings this week on Thursday or Friday or whatever it is. And then I can kind of move things around to help me really, know what I'm doing this week. And then I kind of cross-reference that with my weekly reset as well. So anyway, back to the point. There's so many things to add. I'm going to go into my new areas of focus. So this is kind of a customized version of the Power Method, and I work on an awful lot of things, and so I want to be able to kind of have things all connected together based on topics. I'm still playing with the idea of area versus topic. Don't know yet, still working it out. But at the moment it's a topic, it's an area of focus where I want to focus on my business at the moment. So inside of here, inside of each of these, I have a template, which kind of, this is how I get by with the idea of connecting everything together without it feeling overwhelming. So when I'm looking for resources on business, I can look inside of here and kind of see all the articles that I've saved, all of the courses that I'm taking relating to business, all of the books that I'm reading, and I can see all these at a quick glance and go, okay, let's look at that, as well as bringing in the inbox check. So inside of here, we're linking the Second Brain inbox, and we're having all the things that, based on when I tagged them and brought them in. And I'm looking into here to see if any of these kind of posts should be moved into this article, online courses or books, or be turned into a project here. And this is a beautiful area description here. This is based on William Nutt's kind of, I can't remember the name of it right now, but I will include a link to it, to it's kind of a nice idea that I borrowed from another pro, which is kind of just having this area description here. So what this is all about. So all topics related to running my own business with advice and support to help me discover the best next steps in my own business. Really good at writing, as you can see. And so this kind of just explains the point of this area. This is all my business stuff, and then it links to any calls that I'm doing, my 12 favorite questions. It links to, and in fact actually thinking about it, one of my 12 questions is that, so that links there, as well as kind of content that I'm writing can go in here. Not necessarily this one wouldn't work, as well as the people that I kind of look up to, and there's a few others in here that I need to add. There we go. And also kind of like, I don't know why the status one is here, so let's just remove that. I've been moving things a lot around. So this is kind of like a web of information, so that when I want to kind of tackle this area of my business, I can come in here and tackle this information. And so let's look into how I set that up. So if we go into here, I created a topic focus template. This has been made possible by the recent update, which kind of allows you to preset your filters and kind of filter by topic, by the template, which means it's kind of embedded filtering straight away. There's a much better way of explaining that, but I am rambling right now, so we'll do what we can. So inside of here, I have this filter set up on my projects. So this looks at my project database and filters out all of the topics that I have here that I kind of want to have. So it goes to topic contains topic focus. So all of the projects relating to the topic focus that I create. And then when archived is on and status is in progress or waiting or not started. I don't mind whether a project isn't started or in progress or waiting. I just don't want to see any of the archived projects for now. And then down here we have a similar thing. I need to bring this out so that you can see the filters. There we go. And so this is just very simply when topic contains topic focus. So it says topic focus right now because when I create a page, it will automatically change this name into the actual name of the topic that it is. And I'll demonstrate that in a second. And the same is here with online courses and books. The Second Brain inbox is literally just the Second Brain inbox embedded as a list. And then I can look through here very quickly whenever I feel like to see how it looks. So let's demonstrate this with some of the topics that I have here that I want to look at. So let's look in here. So this is the old outline. So we're going to just remove this one for now. And so as you can see, I have some kind of meetings. This is relating to Atomic Con 20. So this was a meeting that I went to, and it's about communication And so there's a couple of books that I want to read. There's articles. Sometimes there's no projects and there may not be needing to be projects. That's okay. So we click this here to populate the template, and it will automatically create the project. And you can see now the filter doesn't say topic focus, it says communication. And then you've got the blogs here, you've got the online courses, you've got the books. As you can see, it's already pulled in some articles and resources of mine that I like and want to look at again at a later date. The point of this area: improving my communication with others. Learning how to use clearly, etc. Clearly, first things first, spell clearly properly. So that's how that's working there. Let's just jump back out here. So I'll do that with one more. So learning is something I'm really passionate about and I absolutely love learning things. And so I can come down here, topic focus. There we are. How to get better at learning new things faster and more efficiently. Like so, we've got projects, resources, online courses that I've purchased and I want to take, and kind of books that intrigue me, and that's in there. Let's just do one more. Okay, that's actually really rubbish because that one has nothing in there, so we'll leave that for now. This one has a few, so let's do this one here. Like so. So yeah. Beautiful. Make sure everything's working okay. There we are. Just as an example. So that's kind of the area of focus thing that I've set up. Just coming back into here, let's look at a couple of global blocks that I'm playing with at the moment. So one of them is an idea for a project completion checklist, which I want to kind of experiment with and implement. Originally it was actually going to be a global block, but I think I'm going to actually have it as a templated button. So we're going to add that into the project dashboard today. So I wonder, I'm going to experiment with something here. So if we just get a notepad out, we'll paste this in here. I'm sorry to say you can't actually see this. Actually, yes, you can. Give me a sec. Okay, you can't. That's annoying. Okay, no worries. So what I'm doing here is just removing this little section to create a global block. Right, it links directly to that. So let's see what happens when I come into here, into my project planner. We'll test this inside of here first, I think. And let's do a test project at the moment, and we're just going to do a plan. I'm going to link to this here. So I wonder what happens if I click this here. And I'm going to go back. So what I've done here is I've kind of pulled this in as a global block, and then I've clicked to create the global block here. And I'm intrigued to see whether we can actually just use this as this template, and then this becomes something a bit more independent. So let's have a little nosy to see whether that's worked. I actually have no idea. but it's kind of exciting if it does. Interesting. Interesting it has. Okay, that is fascinating and a little bit exciting. So what I've done there is I've taken kind of one of my checklists and imported it in as a global block. So what I've done is I've taken the link itself. I'll show it in here. And as you can see, I've removed this, everything before the hash. So I'm going to come in here and I've removed everything before the hash, like so. And then I've taken this link and I have pasted it as an embedded ball block. I can't do this now because unfortunately it's, I showed it in Notion, but I take it out, put it into Notepad, paste it, and then that has created the ability to bring in this project completion checklist, which I really need to rename. Completion checklist. There we go. Oh, and of course, we want to make it look nice, so let's add an emoji in there. So just do project or folder. Oh, my bad. There we are, like so. And then inside of here, I have my template, which is kind of the project review. What did I learn? What did I do well? What could I have done better? What could I improve on next time? What's one thing can I change for next launch or next project? And then the same thing here. What am I really grateful for this project? And then what I can do now is I'm just going to close this down. Now what, if I'm not mistaken, because this is now a global block, not a normal block, if I come back out into my resources and go into global blocks, automatically you can see here that this project completion checklist has been updated too. And in case it wasn't obvious, I'm kind of excited by that just a little bit. And you can see inside of here, it's now saying project, like so. And so global blocks are a little bit of an advanced feature, but are really exciting. So yeah, that's how I'm now starting to use and implement global blocks into kind of my system. So let's see where we're going next. So if we go back to the Notion OS and a project inside of here, and we're going to come into the system plan and look at what I want to be creating. So since previously I've kind of decided against some of this stuff, so I'm going to remove that now. But what I would quite like to do is add this behaviors database. I'm kind of intrigued by that. I'm now moving away from the multi-layered action list because I know that I will get very overwhelmed very quickly, but it is a very powerful system. If you're kind of interested in that, you can look at, pardon me, fellow YouTuber, and his name has escaped me, I'm so sorry, August Bradley, and he has a really, really good piece of content. I'll link it in the description of there, which shows you how to do kind of like multi-actions. But for me, it seems a little bit overly complicated, a little bit too much for what I want to create. So yeah, and now the next thing I kind of want to do is I want to create kind of like a content planner to kind of plan the content that I want to release. I've been starting obviously to release my YouTube channel and launching this channel, and also kind of releasing content on a more regular basis, coming from all the resources that I've collected and turned them into something new. So let's start on my content planner. So I'm going to come into here and I'm going to start a new project because I know that this will take longer than just one session. So I'm going to come in here and we're going to do build content planner in Notion. And so we're going to look in here and kind of the outcome will be I will have a content planner that helps me to keep organized with all content I'm releasing across all platforms. Ability to release on Twitter frequently. At the moment, I'm just dumping ideas. ability to create a consistent, hang on, so we have a bit more better, consistent Twitter, consistent Twitter threads, etc. Posts. So create consistent Twitter threads, posts that support my audience. Another desire to create, release YouTube videos on a consistent basis. Collate and bring together all topics, collate and bring together all ideas I have in one single place, so that I can create consistent Twitter, social media posts that support my audience, release YouTube videos on a consistent basis that provide value. Okay, good. Let's open this up. And in fact, I'm going to nick one of my templates because I can. I'm going to come into my calls, and I'm actually going to, in fact, I know what I can do. Oh, not that one. Is I will now be creating a bit more. Thank you. Edit this console. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my own step-by-step process, all of this. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to move this into global blocks. But Jonathan, global blocks means only one block. Correct. But there's two ways we can approach this. This was way one, as I created kind of one block with all the global content inside of it. So let's do it that way first. So I'm going to press space, then press enter, then press tab. And you'll notice here this creates one block. I'm going to change this to orange, because for some reason I've created orange ones. And then I'm going to click paste. And so I now have, wait, cheeky monkeys, there we go. We now have this system process thing. I'm going to remove this because I already know what that means. And these are the three things that I like to talk about. So I like this, it looks okay like this, but I would quite like to be able to have it under, I like to have it kind of spread out over columns because I have an obsession with columns, and because I like keeping things in one place, kind of structured in one place, and make it easier to access. So to do that, what I wanted to do is I need to create a page, an empty blank page. Come in here. Then I'm going to take all of these and drag and drop them inside this empty page, like so. Then I'm going to create the columns that I want. This side. And over there. Over there. Let me have all of these. I'm going to make that full width for now. There you go. And then inside of here, we're going to come in here and we're going to come back out. We have these in columns now. I'm going to come in here, click this one, turn into text. And now we have that beautiful column. I'm just going to remove some of these just to make it a bit smaller, because I like it a little bit smaller, like so. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. So I'm now going to take this block, copy link, and then in an outside notebook, which you can't see, remove the first part here. Move that, copy that without it, and you can see whereas before it had everything, this link just has the block name itself, like so. I'm going to undo that for now, and now I'm going to come back into my projects. It's out of here. This is what I'm working on today. Build content planner in Notion, and then I'm going to do a little pasty there. So those are notes for me to remember. I'm going to make this full width for now because it looks nicer. So that's how one way you can implement global blocks with multiple blocks inside of it. if that makes sense. It sounded better than it actually came out loud. That's one way of doing it. This is for when you just want to be able to view things as a kind of a general idea. However, for this instance, I want to be able to have a global block and then edit it later. So what I want to be able to do is come in here. I'm actually going to turn this global block into a template. So to do that, I'm going to come up here. I'm going to create another little template button there. /template. Oop. Oh. Create system purpose brainstorm. I'm coming in here, removing that. Take this block here, drag and drop it inside of here. Okay, then I'm going to click close. And then we're going to do the same thing again. We don't need this anymore. Let's get rid of that. Okay, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go click this button, copy link, and then we're going to go into a notepad. And so the original link looks like this, which if you link to page will literally go like this and link you above, which is not very helpful. So what I do here is I come in here and I just go to where this hashtag is and go back until I cover everything like that. So it looks like that. That's what I've done inside of my text file, what I'm doing right now. You can see for the next video, the next live, I will actually share this so you can see the notepad as well. So yeah, I'm going to come back in here, go into the projects, and then we're going to delete this for now because we don't need this. I'm going to paste this one instead. I'm going to link to page, and now it brings in my lovely little template hidden like so. And so now, you know, when I want to create a system purpose brainstorm, I just press that, creates a system purpose. So now that we're done with that, I'm going to delete that one for now. Beautiful. And so we're now going to move into what I like to do, the content planner. So the purpose of the system is, well, to help me release content consistently on a set schedule without feeling overwhelmed. So what's the reason? What do I need to solve? Overwhelm? Blank page syndrome. This is where I can't think of any ideas because I don't know what to think about, what to talk about. So when I'm feeling like that, I need to solve that problem where I don't know what to start with. Creating a clear... So I have a rough idea of when I'm releasing stuff, when I'm publishing videos, when I'm publishing resources, but it's not clear in my head. It's flexible and a bit bendy. So I want to make that a bit clearer, and this content planner will help release schedule. So what do I need? Well, first of all, I need a place to capture content ideas. And then being able to move to kind of creating a clear process. So I need to be able to create a process, a clear kind of release process as such. So, and then I also need to be able to track released videos. And a few things I would like to have is accessible via Notion webpage. So being able to see all the content that I've released. Side of Notion page. That might be nice to have. So these are kind of what I need to do. These are just the basic first thoughts, kind of what I want to do, kind of what I need to solve. Kind trying to do too much at once. I have a tendency to have a load of brainstorm and brain dump ideas, and then I end up trying to do them all in one day, and that's just not possible. Might be okay for tweet storms, but when I want to create better, more high quality content, multiple videos with animations, I like to make things interesting by having the ability to do more than just talking head stuff like we're currently in now. But it's fine. Yeah, lives are like that. So that's what I want to have. So that's my system purpose. So let's think about the databases I need. So it would be nice to have kind of like, I think I already have this. I call it musings. I want to be able to have a place just to write. Let's just see whether I already have this. I think I might. Yeah, there you go. Musings and writings. So this is an old database I had, which is just kind of like information that I had before. This kind of didn't really work because it turned into kind of yeah. That was a tweet storm actually that I never published. So I want to be able to make it easier to kind of see what things I'm trying to release. So that's an idea I had before, but I think what would be really useful is to have a database that is kind of a 3 stages. So I need to be able to store stage of video or content, type of content, so whether that be video, audiogram, tweet, storm. Finally remember the thing that I was trying to remember earlier. Tweet storm. Oh. And then content status. An idea there. Oh, of course. Status. So that would be released, tweet stormed, animated shorts, full video, stuff like that, you know. An idea. So these are kind of, actually, what I might turn this into is something a bit different. So I'm going to do idea stage. We can have just an idea in development. Tweet storm. Video post. So my kind of plan for how I want my content to be released is it goes from idea and then as soon as possible turns into a tweet storm because I'm very active on Twitter and there are a lot of smart people on Twitter and I'd like to be able to share my ideas faster. So it helps me to clarify what I'm trying to think about. Then I turn that into a video, probably a video. And then that's kind of the end process. There you go. And then that's when it's completed. This is kind of very much based loosely on Tiago Forte's kind of process of releasing stuff. So I really like that idea. So we have that. What else do we need? Stage of content. So that's kind of like the type of, that's kind of the idea stage actually. Okay, and then I need kind of really obvious stuff like published, link, suggested release, planned release date, and whether it's published, unpublished. There we go. And so that's kind of the idea of what I need to have. So let's start building that out. So once again, these are all very much in process. as I'm kind of creating this. They are literally top of head ideas, and I find that's pretty useful once I have an idea of what I want to do. Once I have my purpose, I'm going to solve what I need to have. I like to just list things out, kind of just like what I actually need to have. I'm not going to use that. So we're going to come into the resources page, and I'm going to come in here. I've got loads of different things now. We're going to do a content planner. So content planner. And I think I'm going to start this view as a board. Open the card and we'll do it this way. We're going to go delete. Currently I'm kind of on my own, so I don't necessarily need it to look like that right now. So let's come in here for a sec. So we've got my content planner. I'm going to share this, copy this link, and then I'm going to put it inside of this project so I can work on it inside of the project via a relational database, so I don't have to I keep bouncing back and forth. There we go. So, okay. So, first of all, we're going to change this. Let's keep it in a table now so I can just do the plan this way. So, what we need is kind of type of content. So that'd be useful to have. So, excuse me, I need to get a bit of water. Get my button. Okay, you need to hear me drinking. So we're gonna have let's do. So we'll rename that content type. And we'll set that as a multi-select because I may decide to do a video, then an audiogram, and then a tweet storm. It'll kind of move through the process, depending on how it works. So let's have those three things. So we have an idea. Yeah, so content type video. Content idea audiogram. Content idea tweet storm. Okay, let's get rid of all these now. Okay, so that's those there. So I'm also going to not call this title and call it content topic, purely because I don't want to be kind of overwhelmed by the type of content that, like, the name of it. If I want to be able to just release an idea, kind of a brainstorm, especially from my second brain, from my inbox, that'd be pretty useful to have. So I need to be able to do that. So here we go. Idea stage. So you can have it select. So I want it to go through 3 stages. So idea. Then we need to go to tweet storm. Let's rename that from idea to draft. Maybe a better name there. So draft, tweet storm, audiogram. So hang on, what have I got up here? Back up here. Idea tweet storm, and then published article or published. Scheduled. There we go. And then published. So the way I kind of am planning to do my stuff is to have it going through this kind of process of, from the beginning, it starts with just a draft idea inside of Notion. Then I'm going into it, kind of creating a tweet storm on the topic, depending on what the topic might be. And then going from tweet storm to scheduling a post. Or actually, it might be good to have one in between. And then kind of going into scheduled and then published. We'll just kind of have a middle stage of it in progress, so that once I've done this tweet storm kind of in progress, can be there. So we'll have that. What else do we need? Okay, and then we're going to have, obviously, you know, a link. So published link. We need to have a date. And release date. And then what I'll do is then for this last one here, the published or unpublished, I'm going to create a very simple formula that ticks that for me. Well, So to have that, we're going to have if not empty, publish linked, put these in, come in here. True, else false. And so there we go. We have this kind of published, not published kind of right at the beginning there. So as soon as I add a link, it becomes published, like so. That's a nice simple way of getting started. It might be useful to have not empty, proper tunnel. Yeah, I think that's good for now. Like I said, this is when I work on something, it's always takes a bit of time just to figure out exactly what I want and how I want it to look and feel, etc., etc. It's just the process of creating and then using it and seeing where we go from there. So avoiding blank page syndrome. So the idea behind avoiding blank page syndrome is to just capture my ideas. So it would be good to link to my topics. So let's do that now so that I can kind of topic of interest, area of interest. And then we'll link that to a relation. So area. So in fact, I think really this is kind of more of a topic of focus. I'm still playing with the ideas, but it's just a name. There we go. And so that way, if I'm working on an idea and it's about on a certain topic and I want to reference like other aspects of this, I could look in here and kind of looking for ideas and inspirations. So that's that one. I like that. That's looking good. So planned release date, published link, published and unpublished. That's done. Content topic, type of content, content type. Yeah. Idea stage, finished and public link. So yeah. So let's think what else we need. So let's go back to our needs. So creating a clear release process, track released videos, access release content inside of Live Notion page. That'd be really useful. So let's create a couple of views. In fact, actually, let's do one now. So the content topic is kind of rebuilding your Notion account live. And the content type is actually, in fact, I'll add a new one, live stream, because that's sometimes what I'll do. The idea stage is published. And then the final published link is, in fact, time to go really meta, is in fact this one. So it's coming here. Where are you? There we go. And then the final published link is here. Plan release date is right frickin' now. And then the topic of interest. I don't need that because I don't need to figure that out. So I'm pretty good with that. And you can see already this is published, which is awesome. So I quite like that. And inside of here, let's think, what do I want inside of here? so let's create a template. Live stream. Haha, got an idea. So if I want to have this publicly available, which I kind of do, and the plan is to publish this eventually, I want to be able to have and so we're going to link to this YouTube video. We're going to embed it there. This is so better. I love it. And then what I would... Oh, actually, we don't want that. Hang on. This is actually the template. So inside of here, we're going to have video just for now. Okay. There we are. Inside of here, I can link to additional resources. And I think that's pretty good for the live streams. Yeah, cool. So let's do that now. And actually, let's add an icon. Okay, they've changed all the emojis and it's really confusing. So, let's find something that relates to it pretty well. Video camera. I'll choose a better one. Ah, hang on, there we go. Clapperboard. It's kind of a live stream because it goes live. And we can come in here, live stream, final published date, idea stage, and then it's published, and then planned released. I don't need to put that there. And then published is there. So that works for now. As I need to add more things I can, but for now I like how that's looking. I always could try to keep things as simple as possible to make it as effortless as possible. Quite good to put topics covered. So people who want to see that, they can. Okay, so content planner live stream, there we go. Lovely, stop doing that. Okay, so we're going to come in here now, rebuilding your Notion account, and I'm just going to click live stream, and then I'm going to embed that link to here, and there it is. Look at that, beautiful. And then we can add in a couple of links, because whenever I create content, I love to kind of link to other resources that are pretty darn good. And so, as I mentioned earlier, William Nutt of Notion VIP has created a beautiful kind of post on global blocks. So I'm going to create that. And then I'm going to embed that there. That kind of shows you the step-by-step process of global blocks. What else do we have? We talked about this stream. My weekly reset. Not reset, reset. And so I'm going to link, obviously, to my own YouTube video on the weekly reset, which if you haven't watched yet, why haven't you watched it yet? Ha ha ha. And we can embed that video in embed that video there, like so. And then kind of inside of here, we can add multiple other things as we so wish. But for now, I think that's pretty good. So we have that. In fact, I can copy kind of other information that I want. Yeah, just do that later on. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm kind of thinking about my content planner. I want to be able to have it as both. Yeah. as both a place for people to consume the content that I've created in one easy to find place, as well as be able to plan my content out as needed. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that so far. If you have any questions, do let me know. I'd love to hear. Hey, Danny. I'm sorry, it might have been quite a while ago. I am trying to keep up with the chats, but it is always difficult to keep up with the chats when you're knee deep in Notion, as I'm sure you're aware. Danny's another great content creator for Notion, and yeah, so check him out as well. But I'll come in here and include a link. I'll add this later. It's a great creator. Another one. I have a feeling that oh, sweet, look at that. There we go. There we go. Like so. You can embed that in. Quick bookmark. So yeah, stuff like that. It's very easy to do, very quick to do. It's very awesome. I love it. So we got our content planner. So now we have this. I want to kind of rearrange this in a way that kind of looks more how I like to have it. So as you can see now, we've gone into the content planner, and automatically you can see that the live stream is here, and you can see all these. This first one is done and completed and ready to go. Let's just hide that. We're going to bring this in. Properties. Small. There you go. It's a bit better. I like to see things in this tiny thing. So now we have this. I think what we're going to do is we're going to copy this link, and I'm actually going to put it inside of my weekly planner, because that is something that I need to do once a week. My plan is to release a piece of content once a week. So let's add this into my weekly planner. So let's add it straight after my there we are. We're going to add a view. We're going to put it as a gallery. I like galleries. There we are. And then we're going to come in here, properties, filter none, card size medium, and then planned release. And what it would be good is to have a filter based on kind of idea stage is not kind of published, because I need to see all the ideas I have. So we're going to have it as that for now. When idea stage is not published, or idea stage is... No, actually that's fine for now. We'll keep it like that. There we go. So I'm going to add another view. Actually, no, that's pretty good. Quite like that. Pretty good as it is. So that's the content schedule added into my weekly planner. I may also put this wherever else I need it. So we're going to go in the control room. I would like to be able to see kind of inside of here. There we go. So now I'm going to change this to a gallery view as well. And then we're going to have content type, filter, add a filter, is empty. And then that way I can do that. So here's a few things that I know automatically that I want to kind of look at. This one here, kind of like action flows inside of Notion, would be something I quite like to do. So I'm going to move this out here. I'm going to move this into perhaps a project maybe. So yeah, we'll do that in a sec. As you can see, I've got my content planner up here, so as the library inbox. It's pretty cool. I do love stuff like that, being able to drag things around and move things around a little bit. That's brilliant. Anyway, I think that kind of sums it up for this session. Thank you for those who joined live. If you have any questions, the way that this live stream works is it's very much kind of off the cuff, very much making it up as I go along, thinking about the things that I want to solve, and then solving them on the fly as I think about it. It's not designed to be polished because the truth is, even when you work in Notion every single day like me, you still have to work through these ideas, figure out what you want to use, and then go from there. And it's designed to kind of inspire you to go, maybe I can actually do this myself. So either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and look forward to more videos on the channel very soon. So thank you very much for all of this, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.